I started from Al-Hasake, which is my city, my native city, and I was about 40 when I started painting, because that relates to the family and their mentality and their reaction to your creativity. They were just like villagers. They didn't know how to encourage you in such field like painting. They wanted you to study, that's all. But they don't care about your creativity, your inclination into some other fields than rather than study. It is a very primitive city, and people don't encourage the others. They looked at the painters as if he is something mad. In Aleppo, when I moved to Aleppo, it was the time of study. I used to write short stories only. Not very redundant, but from time to time. As you know, as a student, you have to study your subjects. And when I moved back from university to Hasake. There was a military service, so you have to do it. And I went to military service in Lebanon, and at the time of war, civil war. It was very hard. There, when I came back, I was a teacher. I used to be a teacher for a long time. To me, painting was something strange to me, was another world. But I didn't imagine that I will be a painter, because I hadn't before an experience in painting. So I started suddenly, surprisingly, to the others. And when I found that people are interested in my arbitrary paintings, so I didn't stop. I developed myself. I started to paint on canvas and large canvas by the same style with something different. That time I was thinking about people. I was thinking about people because I said, if I paint, people must be interested in it. Not only I paint myself. The first exhibition, it was painting to yourself. The second exhibition, I mix it between to myself and to the others, to viewers. I left the university because I was painting. I left my job as a teacher. I'm in university teaching. I left my job as a teacher, and because I was vacant for only painting. I was inspired first when I was a child by the village and the vast fields of wheat and the women who were working all the day and the men who were just sitting down and waiting for somebody else, for their wives, for their children to serve them. I suffered very much because the women were receiving a bad treatment. So my paintings, first when I painted, all were women, were women by different expressions, by different attitude, by showing that women are suffering and nobody knows about them. outside the country. I first exhibited in Lebanon, then I came to Germany 2010 and I exhibited there. Then I returned back, the problems started in Syria, and I decided to come to Europe again. That's because I was involved in some movements, and that's because of the security were looking for me, trying to arrest me. They raided into my house and they tried to arrest me, as I told you, but they didn't find me. I was away somewhere, and then I arranged with agents to go to Lebanon. It was dangerous at that time to go to somewhere. You couldn't find some agents, I mean, but I tried to go to Lebanon, and from Lebanon to Istanbul, and then from Istanbul arranged with an agent, a lorry, and we spent a few days on the road, and then his destination was London, so I came to London. Until I came to England. England provided me with some new ideas about painting, new looking about paintings, because I have to think about the people here. It is different from my people. They are different from my people. So that's why you add to your experience when you see the others' cultures, when you read about the other cultures, when you read history about the painting.